guys from EvoSound, especially Edwin, one day, and he suggested to do this event, and I'm very happy you kind of initiated it. And Edwin, you have the floor. Thank you for coming.
Thank you everyone for coming. So I'm Edwin from EvoSound, and A Shade of Blue is our most recent release, and it's currently available on SACD with a great immersive 5.1 audio mix as well as 180 gram double vinyl. We think this is an album that for existing fans will have something to enjoy, as well as newcomers to this legendary Japanese jazz pianist. We've brought some of the limited number of the albums, so if you like what you hear in this listening session, please come visit us at the booth 9310 at the record fair. And today you will be listening to this amazing record on the Linkwitz LX521. So I'm really excited to have Chris Connaker from AudiophileStyle with us to tell us a little bit more about Mr. Yamamoto, as well as why you should listen to this record. So without further ado, I welcome Chris from AudiophileStyle.
Thanks, Edwin. Okay, so I'm Chris Connaker from AudiophileStyle, as he said, and I have an addiction to Japanese jazz.
Formerly computer audiophile.
Yes, formerly computer audiophile. So I love Japanese jazz, the old Three Blind Mice stuff from the 70s. If you've heard it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you must find it. You can't stream it. You got to buy it somewhere. So Tsuyoshi Yamamoto has been like the top of my list as just like a favorite artist, favorite Japanese jazz. There's nothing better. And I'd always dreamt of a recording, like awesome recording quality, Tsuyoshi Yamamoto trio, and my favorite songs. And then last year, it actually happened. So EvoSound announced it, and I remember getting a text from a friend, and I immediately was like, nice, with 3 exclamations, like, this is really happening. So I reached out to them and got the album, and I've been thrilled ever since. It was my album of the year last year, like, hands down. So what you're going to hear, I call an instant classic. Like, the musicianship, the music, the recording quality are all like at the very, very top. So this isn't the disappointment of a great recording quality, but the artists are like, you know. Like, I will take my favorite music on an AM radio if that's what it takes, you know, versus something perfect that sounds perfect. This is the combination of like everything. So I love this album. And I got to take out my notes to make sure I give you like the accurate numbers about this. So recorded at Tokyo's Gatanda Cultural Center Music Hall, 8 microphones for the piano, 3 for the bass, 12 for the drums, and 16 for the tone. So you have an idea of what went into this. And think about this one. This trio, the combined age is 215 years old. Yes, yeah, exactly. Trio. So it's unbelievable yet believable, because these guys sound like they've been playing for 215 years together. They're like, I mean, they have it. So the first track we'll play off the album is called Misty. Very famous from the Three Blind Mice days. After hearing this version, I no longer go back to my Three Blind Mice albums. And for me, that's like saying something. I was so used to those. You know, you just get used to the original, and everything next is kind of like, okay, it's different. To me, I like these versions. So this is Misty, and I think it features Tsuyoshi Yamamoto probably the best on the album. So the soundstage on these speakers is just fantastic too. So let's hear a clip of Misty.
here and to have enough intention to buy the album, we stop it here and refer back to
Yes, yes. Okay, so that's Misty, and as you're listening to it, you can kind of get a visual sense. You know, there's this theater of the mind of where each musician in the trio is placed, and so on this next track, you can really hear so Yamamoto is left on the sound stage, drummer is right, but the double bass. In the recording, he's standing smack in the middle of the concert space, and this track I like best for the interplay between the bass and the pianist, but I love the bass on this track. So this is Midnight Sugar. Oh, go ahead, I listen to this.
Sugar. Chris?
Okay, so everyone who has stayed will be handsomely rewarded with this next track. The next one is kind of a slow burn. It's about 5.5 minutes into it, you'll understand why. But it's fantastic. It starts out, the drummer, I mean, he's almost 80 years old. I mean, and the guy is playing like a teenager. It's incredible. So 4 minutes in, it kind of picks up pace a little bit, and then at about 5.5 minutes is like one of my favorite drum solos of all time. And the sound through this system, with the sound stage, you can just hear the skins hit on the drum, like with texture. It's just fantastic. So I encourage everyone to be patient for the slow burn, and you will be rewarded.
So we're
Last Tango in Paris.
how much are these, sir?
They are, the vinyl is 59, and then the SECD is 30.
I'm talking about the speakers.
Oh, speaker. Oh, yeah, that's the
23,900.
Right.
Correct.
How's the system to include amplification?
Thank you.
I wasn't lying when I said you will be rewarded for the slow burn. And I hope people like 4 minutes in weren't like, was that it? Just that piece? But it's like you know it when you hear it.
That was nice.
It's amazing. 80 years old and he plays like that. I mean, my God. So I don't. How can you follow that up? I don't have anything else to say about the album. It's like you don't want to hear me. You want to hear that. So what I found is awesome about this label and this album is it's available in like every format you could ever imagine, including immersive. So if you have an Atmos system at home, you can buy an Atmos version, and you're literally sitting in the concert space. It's just amazing. So I know there's time for a Q&A, and it's awesome that Edwin from EvoSound is even here. Usually label representatives don't bother with us, so it's great that he's here. And then Frank can answer everything about the speakers and the system and how it's set up. So I won't keep you any longer unless you have questions or want to mingle and hear it again. But thank you for coming.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Nice job.
Any questions for Chris?